Hello Internet, and welcome back to my series of film reviews. Today we're going to take a look at the latest entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not counting She-Hulk Attorney at Law or Werewolf by Night, because those are Disney Plus shows and specials. No, in terms of movies, we have Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Before we go into this, I want to give a special shout out to AniGame Girl 23 because it is her birthday. She and I have been friends for nearly 6 years. December 18th marks 6 years since she and I became friends when I was streaming Undertale on my old channel. And I showed off this drawing that she did of the Wolf Boy. This drawing helped bring back my confidence after I was going through a hard time. It's been very special for me since. A few months later, we began to see each other as brother and sister, even though I have an actual sister in real life. But still, Laurel and I have gone through so much together, both good and bad. My girlfriend and I actually got to see her in person back in March of 2020. And since then, we considered each other siblings for life. This one's for you, L'Oreal. Now back onto Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Chadwick Boseman was scheduled to appear in a sequel to the 2018 hit Black Panther. But on August 28, 2020, Chadwick Boseman died from colon cancer. He was only 43 when he died. His death was one that hit me hard. His final appearance as T'Challa was in the Disney Plus series What If. Kevin Feige decided that the role of T'Challa would not be recast, but somehow Harrison Ford is taking over the role of Thaddeus Ross after William Hurt died on March 13, 2022. Harrison Ford has always been one of my favorite actors. It'll be exciting to see him taking over the role of Thaddeus Ross in Captain America: New World Order and Thunderbolts. It's kind of strange how they recast Ross, but not T'Challa. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have no problems with this casting. I was just giving my thoughts. So instead of recasting the role, T'Challa dies off screen. In Black Panther Wakanda Forever, the Kingdom of Wakanda fights to protect their nation from invading forces in the wake of King T'Challa's death. We see a new threat in the form of Namor from the hidden undersea nation of Talokan. In this movie, T'Challa's sister Shuri is given a much larger role. Some speculated that she would be the next Black Panther, but they kept the identity of the next Black Panther under wraps during the entire promotion, and we weren't given the answers we sought until the movie actually came out. This movie also introduces a new character named Riri Williams, also known as Ironheart, who will be getting her own Disney Plus series in 2023. She becomes the successor to Iron Man, who died at the end of Avengers Endgame. A good majority of the cast returns from not only Black Panther, but also Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, including Letitia Wright as Shuri, Lupita Nyong'o as Nakia, who for some reason wasn't in Infinity War Endgame, Denai Guerrero as Okoye, Winston Duke as M'Baku, Angela Bassett as Queen Ramonda, and Martin Freeman as Everett Ross. Before his appearance in Captain America: Civil War, I knew Martin Freeman from Sherlock and the Hobbit trilogy. I think that's enough introductions for this video. Now let's get on with what I thought of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Overall, Black Panther Wakanda Forever was a perfect send-off and tribute to Chadwick Boseman. You can tell that every frame, every shot, and every scene the actors were not only reacting to the death of T'Challa, but also the man behind the Black Panther. And director Ryan Coogler pulled it off flawlessly. What sold me about this movie was the emotionally driven story and the action sequences, but mostly the emotionally driven story and how Shuri has a more prominent role than how she was introduced as a side character. Here she's become the main hero after her brother dies from a rare illness. But if there were things about this movie that I had to be a bit nitpicky about, it would be that Martin Freeman's character didn't get a whole lot of screen time and they went nowhere with his character. But we do see the return of a certain character from Black Widow, as well as the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This same character is said to appear in Thunderbolts in 2024. But we're getting off track here. I really liked Ironheart in this movie. She looks like she could actually be Tony Stark's successor. I am looking forward to having them explore her character more in the upcoming Ironheart series on Disney+. And Namor was a pretty sweet villain. His underwater tribe looks very intimidating, and so are their methods of force. Don't know if he was as good a villain as Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger was in the first Black Panther, but he made a formidable foe against the grieving nation of Wakanda. I'm giving Black Panther Wakanda Forever a 9 out of 10. The cast did a phenomenal job, especially Letitia Wright, Angela Bassett, and the actor who played Namor, who I'm most likely going to butcher his name if I try. Martin Freeman could have had more screen time, but when he was on screen, it distracted from the plot of the movie. There were a couple of unnecessary side stories all throughout this movie, but did that stop this movie from being a perfect tribute to Chadwick Boseman in the way The Last Jedi was to Carrie Fisher, or Furious 7 to Paul Walker? No. I love the ending sung by Rihanna, and the direction that Ryan Coogler took. And I do love it when a movie is dedicated to a fallen star, whether it be an actor or a director. Top Gun Maverick was dedicated to the director of the original Top Gun, Tony Scott. And I already mentioned Carrie Fisher and Paul Walker. Another example is Cars 3 after Paul Newman died in 2008. And Toy Story 4 after Don Rickles died in 2017. Posthumous roles are one thing, but an entire tribute to a fallen actor in the form of a Black Panther sequel is something else entirely. And to stay for the mid-credits scene, It is an MCU movie after all. Stay tuned for my upcoming spoiler-free reviews of Disenchanted, Spirited, and Avatar: The Way of Water coming soon, as well as the Sonic & Sonic 11th Anniversary Special and Sonic & Sonic's review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and many more exciting videos to come. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to playing Sonic Frontiers. Stay safe everyone, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.